Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we have T-Pain calling out Drake for not bowing out gracefully from the music industry. And Drake has been anything but graceful this past year. He's been pulling off L move after L move while not taking his very own advice to take a break and regroup. And obviously, he's not taking the right advice from his team or the people around him unless they're offering up the wrong advice. And I know the cult of the OVHOites are going to swarm T-Pain for this, but if anyone is going to speak on the ups and downs of the music industry, it's going to be T-Pain. He definitely is a GOAT to me, and the guy literally changed the sound of music, and honestly, he's rebranded himself wonderfully. And Drake is still making the same music he made 10 years ago, which may be the issue, but the way people perceive him is definitely at an all-time low, mostly at his own hands. And you can't tell an artist how or when to create, but you also can't control how that art is received. Once you put your art out to the public, whether fair or unfair, you open it up to not only the praise, but also the criticism. It's just what comes with the territory of being a creative or public figure. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump into the video, where we have T-Pain calling out Drake for not bowing out of the music industry gracefully. And it's not that he lost the beef, it's about how he acted in defeat, and grace has been completely absent from Drake's behavior.
One thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Drake said, I want to be one of the people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out.
Well, he got his back kicked in this past year.
I have ever since said,
Yeah.
thank y'all, appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all when I drop. Don't worry about it, I'll just drop.
Yeah, man, I love T-Pain, but the fact is, T-Pain is probably one of the humblest, realest artists out there. He has definitely had his ups and downs in the industry, and he's been very transparent about it all. And while he's obviously not as big as he once was, the guy is still dropping some pretty dope music. He's dropped some really dope covers as well. And we all saw the crowd reaction when he performed at Coachella, because whether it's creativity-wise or just pure performance, the guy still has it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me know
Amazing
if you heard
Coachella
it.
show.
Drake is like, no, listen, okay, I got another one. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, real quick, just one more. Let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said,
Digging yourself a bigger hole.
you know, he didn't want to be. And I learned that from him. Like when he said that, I want to gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I was like, you know what? I'm out this motherfucker. I'm not trying to impress y'all niggas. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck about live or die.
Yeah.
Most casual fans, that's just how they think. It's what have you done for me lately? But I definitely love how T-Pain has rebranded himself.
Fuck what I keep trying to impress y'all niggas. I'm out. I'm done. I did everything that I was trying to do. I changed the game. I made
Definitely.
a sound. What else?
You literally can't. It's only even if you make a hit today, it's still,
It won't even. That's just normal. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's okay.
Well, shit.
Cool song.
Yeah, man, I love T-Pain, and he's speaking facts, but Drake has not been listening to anyone's advice. And if he is, then he has to fire his whole team for letting some of those moves go through without any pushback. At the end of the day, yeah, T-Pain is right. At the end of the day, no matter how much heat he gets from the cult of the OVHOites, Drake should have really took that break he was talking about. But like I said, he's not going to take no one's advice. Even Lil Wayne said in the beginning, hey man, just be yourself. And obviously Drake did not do that. The guy literally became a character. And the craziest thing about that, when you're playing a role for that long, when you're pretending to be somebody that you're not for so long, you eventually start believing that you are that person. It's not just entertainment. Sports is the same thing. Sometimes the last person to know that you have to hang up your sneakers is the person that needs to hang up his sneakers. We've seen it time and time again. And yeah, over the past year, Drake has dropped a ton of music. None of it has really landed except a few records off that Party Next Door collaboration. Most of the stuff he's been dropping has literally been falling off as quickly as it came in. I truly feel like how Drake handled all this definitely did more damage to his reputation than losing to Kendrick Lamar ever could have. Drake on a weekly basis is showing us just how bothered he is about this whole situation. And instead of taking that break he said he's going to take last year, just continues to keep firing shots. At a certain point, man, it's time to regroup, regather, and see what you can come up with. Not just blindly throw records out hoping something sticks. And I know the OVHOites are definitely going to be swarming T-Pain for this, so let's look at some of these comments. To be fair, Drake continues to exceed expectations. In my opinion, every album gets even more enjoyable. While art is definitely subjective, I don't think the masses would share in that sentiment, because it's definitely been a minute since he's released what people would call a timestamp record. I think he should completely shut his music side down and go back into acting full time. People think it's 2002 where you can still be gritty and street. The era died with the 50 Cent Ye beef. Kids who listen to rap aren't built like us who were brought up on DMX, Jay-Z, Eminem, etc. Yeah, and that definitely shows. If Drake bows out and Kenny is still talking about Drake, are y'all seriously going to keep selling out his concerts and buying his albums? No, you're not. You ninjas would eventually turn on him and his lames in LA too. I don't think these people realize that pre-beef, the dude was still literally one of the premier acts in music, period, not just rap. He literally had an album sell 600,000 copies first week. GNX isn't his most sold album, so I don't know where people are coming up with these erroneous claims. It's just coping in full delusion, honestly, at this point. Even before this tour, the guy literally already made history by having the highest grossing rap tour ever. So this guy's definitely just living in a bubble. Damn, Drake can't catch a break. Who still listens to T-Pain? Yeah, man. This guy is a straight buffoon. Let's actually look up how many monthly listeners T-Pain still generates. And this guy is a straight buffoon because T-Pain generates almost 25 million monthly listeners. Yeah, man. Your opinion is ass. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not so sorry. We all know when it's time to hang it up, and dead ass, bro's still in his prime. No, I would say his prime was more, 2015, 2016? Just let people do whatever makes them happy. It's only music. Of course, and I definitely agree there, but also handle it with some level of grace. Yeah, I'm going to say simply Drake can stay a little bit longer, 5 years minimum. I don't really think anyone should put a time on anything, but he's going to have to do some soul searching because I really think his approach has been off. Drake doesn't need to retire. He needs to rap in his age bracket. That's definitely something that has been said about him for a very long time. Guy's still rapping about the very same things he rapped 10 years ago. And I know people are going to bring up Future and stuff like that, but guys, that's just another whataboutism. This is the conversation we're having right now, and we shouldn't be bringing up other artists. He dumbed his music down. If Drake left rap, the entire industry this year would be ass. All these other rappers are bad actors, and we can tell. And I don't think anyone can say that Drake isn't still bringing in huge streaming numbers, but to say that the industry would be ass, wouldn't Drake be one of the reasons that it is ass, considering how big his platform is? He's still making heat, though. You may feel that, but perception is definitely in the toilet right now. Drake's still making heaters. He told you that because you're washed, buddy. Now people are saying the very same thing about Drake, whether fair or unfair. Hello, how do you kick a person away from his house? He owns hip-hop, whether the LA gangs like it or not. Nothing they can do about it. He wants to retire from music. He will do it on his own terms at his own time. And guys, I don't think no one really owns hip-hop. Yeah, the guy numbers-wise is the most successful rapper out, at least career-wise, because this past year, Kendrick Lamar has definitely held it down. But no one is above the system, and obviously people have been showing him that. It's an ego thing. His pride won't let him step away. Drake has a net worth of $250 million. It's impossible for him to believe that he doesn't know what he's doing. And he probably has way more money than that. I know someone came out saying he's worth $1 billion, but money doesn't mean anything when you're truly not happy with yourself. I'll do so much, all this because he lost the beef. Wow. Sorry, Lena the baddie. It's not because he lost the beef. It's in the fashion that he did it. Like I said, if he would have had a little more grace, who knows how people would feel about him if he were to come out after that and say, hey, man, I'm a fan of hip-hop, and this is part of hip-hop. I got my ass kicked. Kendrick Lamar is a hell of a rapper, so shout out to him. He did everything but that. So most of his reputation tarnishing has been things done at his own hands. You can't get at Kendrick Lamar when all those narratives and most of the stuff he was saying has been stuff that has been in the public sphere for a very long time with receipts. It is always dope when an athlete, an artist, whoever is able to bow out gracefully and on their terms and ride off into the sunset with their respect. But at the end of the day, most people don't know when to take a break, especially someone that has had that much success. So definitely let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about T-Pain saying that Drake should have took his own advice and bowed out the industry gracefully? Do you think Drake even had an opportunity to do that after this last year? And also let me know if you guys think him bowing out now would do any help. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does your channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me, and all the love and support that you guys continue to show this channel on a daily is overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. Also, guys, a big shout out to all those that have been joining the YouTube memberships. A small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a long way. And a very super big thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks and donations, because again, it goes so far in helping out the channel. So I'm really looking forward to what you guys have to say about this, even though I know which way you guys are going to be leaning towards. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And cue the incoming DM from Drake to T-Pain calling him a goof. And if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.